Hello there. We are going to talk a little bit further in depth about graffiti tags. So we're still staying on the graffiti unit, but just talking more about different kinds of tags. So as a refresher, graffiti tags are basically the most common form of writing someone's name, nickname, pseudonym that they use for their graffiti persona. So obviously they're not writing their actual real name on there. And that is a piece of artwork in itself, the way they write their graffiti name. So we're going to talk about a few different styles as well as placements and colors used. So just like the font that you have in your Google Documents, the way that you write your tag can tell a lot about a person and kind of have its own persona to it. So if you use Times New Roman, which is the most basic font that you use when you're writing a paper, versus using the font Comic Sans, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Comic Sans is very like comical, cartoony, not very professional. You would never want to use that font for writing a paper. So the type of font that you use when you're either making graffiti or writing paper, writing a paper, can say a lot about the person. So first we're going to talk about a placement. So heaven is a type of placement that is extremely difficult to get to. So an artist that manages to put graffiti or a tag in a very difficult spot, so whether it's really high, hard to get to, very visible by the public, you earn a lot of respect for that. Also, by a side note, if it's considered very disrespectful to tag over another graffiti artist's tag or artwork. It's kind of like a no-no in the graffiti world. So the first style we're going to talk about is throw up style. And no, I did not make the names of these, so they are kind of weird. But throw up is a style of graffiti tagging. It's a little bit more complicated. It usually uses two or more colors. So two or more colors of spray paint, and it's kind of like a bubble style lettering. If you look down here, the edges of these letters are usually rounded, so they don't have very sharp corners, and they kind of flow together. And this is a very quick way of making a graffiti tag. So obviously when you're making graffiti, you want to be kind of quick about it so you don't get caught by the police. So this is a very common form of graffiti tagging. The next style we're going to talk about is called blockbuster style. This is, like it says, like a massive throw up, so it's a little bit larger, and the letters are blockier, so they don't have those rounded edges. You can see there's kind of sharp angles, and these are called serifs, which are these kind of points that go up or end the bottom or top of a letter. And this can be done pretty quick by using a paint roller because you are making straight lines, and then you can go in and they spray paint like these little details in here, and you usually has some more kind of like artistic elements to it as well. The next style is wild style. This is probably pretty elaborate and takes a little bit more time in someone that has a little bit more artistic talent, because you can't use a roller to do this, and a lot of times you can't even make out what word they are spray painting. It has a lot of curves. They usually add arrows, spikes, and other elements, but this is like a really high form of graffiti tagging, and I truly have no idea what this says. Another form of graffiti tagging is using a stencil. This is sometimes called the lazy way because you can make a stencil at home out of cardboard, a piece of plastic, and then just carry it around with you and tag on different surfaces. A really well-known artist that we talked about last week was Banksy. He is known for doing a lot of his work, including his tag name on his artwork, but it's kind of that iconic blocky stencil-like letters. Another method which a lot of younger graffiti artists are doing are the sticker method. So if you are in my art club, we made stickers. You can buy large sheets of stickers off of, like, say, Amazon, and they are the size of a regular piece of paper. Also, you can use postage labels, and a lot of people will draw their artwork directly on the sticker and then use that sticker to put on public surfaces. You can also make digital art and have it printed off onto the sticker paper, and then you can massively produce tags or artwork to put around on public places. That's also kind of considered a lazy way too, because you're not actually out on the streets using a can of spray paint. So this week's assignment is graffiti tag styles. So you are going to actually be drawing and learning how to make these different graffiti tags. So I will have a document uploaded on this week's Google Classroom, and it's going to show 4 different styles. So it's going to show the first one, which is art sticks, the second one, which is the iconic throw up with the rounded edges. It's going to show wild style, which is the one that's kind of hard to read, and then it's going to show bonus, and bonus is pretty close to the blockbuster style, where it's more straight lines, blocky letters. So materials you're going to need is white paper. So this could be printer paper, construction paper. Try not to use notebook paper unless that's like your last resort. You are going to need a pencil, an eraser, and then some kind of black writing utensil. So whether that is a black marker, a black pen, a black colored pencil, or a black Sharpie for the shadows and outlining your letters. So what you're going to do is actually follow each one of these step by step to create whatever this font is. So let me show you an example here. So I did art sticks, so I simply just followed what it said. So this says start with drawing the art stick. So I wrote the word art just like it says. I outlined it, I erased the sticks, I added interesting details like the arrows, and then I went back through, outlined all my letters, and then added the black shadow. If you notice, all these fonts have black shadows. That's what makes the tag kind of stick out and look 3D. So you are just simply following whatever it does. So this bubble style throw up shows you how to write the word art. Wild style, you're writing the just letter A. And then in the 3D letter, the blockbuster style, you're writing the word bonus. So again, you are going to do these all. You should be able to fit all 4 of these on one piece of paper. You are also going to label what the style is. So art sticks, throw up, wild style, or 3D letters, which is also like the blockbuster. So then you're going to take a clear quality picture of your drawing. Make sure I can see it well. I can read the handwriting on here. And then you're going to upload your drawing to the Google Classroom assignment. If you don't remember how to do that, I did post a video on the Google Classroom to show you how to do that. So do not email me pictures. I get several emails throughout the day, and it's really hard because I have 2 different school email addresses to kind of decipher who you are and getting your grade into Google Classroom. And like I said, make sure you label each style. If you have any questions, you can email me and I will get back to you as soon as possible.